Today, we're doing a deep dive into the origin story of ham. My name is Austin Ham, and we're about to do a deep dive into the origin of ham promotions. I've honestly never told this story in full, but with us coming up on our 7-year anniversary, and with us opening our own venue and new home, Sounders, it seemed fitting to go back to the beginning where it all started and tell the story. I really do get blown away just thinking back about all we have done over the last 7 years and the community that we have built together and what we are about to achieve. It really is just incredible, and I can't thank you guys enough for all the support over the years. So, let's take it back to the beginning. And when I say the beginning, I mean we're going way back to where actually Michael and Angie, if you guys aren't fully aware, are the co-founders with me. And we did actually meet 7 years ago together to form Ham Promotions. It was Angie, Michael, me with my last name is Ham, who has a pig as a logo for their company. Why not? That sounds awesome. And that's where it came from. On top of that, I've known Mike for years. And when I say years, I mean years. We went to the same school. He was a little bit older than me, but I always knew who he was and saw him around, especially when it came to concerts. And when I say concerts, I mean the rave scene. I mean, every time I was at the Lizard Lounge, Southside Ballroom, anywhere for a show, Mike was there with his camera and he was shooting it. Always got some wild photos of me, but it was a great time seeing someone else that I knew from my kind of school days in this community. And we both were kind of there solo, and so it was always fun to see him and say what's up. When I started to want to throw my own concerts, I was originally, promoting things under a brand called Dallas EDM. And I was like, well, I need to throw, and I want to throw these dubstep shows, and I can't really do it under that brand. I want to start this new brand, and I don't really know what that is yet. I think I want Mike involved if I can convince him to be in this with me, because I know he's amazing with photography and the content. Well, what else do we need here? And it was literally like that next week that Angie moved from LA. She posted in a Facebook group page saying she just moved here. She used to work as a promoter for Insomnia, I think, or Insomniac, and wanted to get more involved in the scene here in Dallas. So I immediately reached out and we connected, and basically immediately felt that this could be something of a good fit to introduce her to Mike. Very quickly, it was a huge fit from the get-go, and Angie was a huge helping factor to then get us into the LA scene, essentially, and got us our first connections into the agency world and artist world to get our first booking, which was Helicopter Showdown and Sweet Tooth as direct support. And how that even came together was we had a promoter, Alex Pickles, and rest in peace, we would never have been here without her support from the get-go. She just was going off about how we had to book this guy named Sweet Tooth. And then when Helicopter Showdown brought up Sweet Tooth, I thought, all right, we got to put all this together. Shout out to Angie for bringing all that together. Shout out to Mike for all the amazing content and the marketing and the footage and whatnot. And the rest was kind of history. We went off with a bang in December of 2017 with our first show as Ham Promotions at Green Elephant. And it was incredible. The vibes were absolutely insane. We had a blast, and I think that was the beginning in December, the first week or so of December. Let me look. Yep, December 8th, because I have the flyer right here on my wall. And I can't believe that we did this, but within the next 3 weeks, I go to England, because my family's from England, and I see that Dirt Monkey was supposed to play at, Stereo Live, but he had his baby that same weekend. So he had to cancel last minute, obviously because of his baby being born. But the amount of response we saw of people unhappy they weren't able to see him, obviously they understood the circumstances but wanted to see him. Somehow we were able to put together a deal to get Dirt Monkey back to Dallas at Green Elephant within like the next couple of weeks. And so we literally signed the deal, got it all done, like within 3 weeks of the first show with Dirt Monkey, or with Helicopter Showdown and Sweet Tooth. Got Dirt Monkey locked and loaded within 3 weeks, and then that was happening at the end of January of 2018. So we were kind of back to back with them realized, oh my gosh, this is a blast. We like this. We're kind of good at this, we feel like. And so we just kept going with it, and we kept booking more shows and kept doing more things at a bunch of different venues all around the city. But our home base kind of was Green Elephant for a handful of reasons. Mostly, they let me do whatever the fuck I wanted to do, and it was awesome. I could bring in a ton of sound. The sound systems and the bass that we brought in was just insane, to the point where the outdoor stages we started to build were just truly on another level. And they let me keep pushing the boundaries. The city seemed to be okay with it, and it was awesome. There were obviously a few nights that were a little crazy and got a little out of control here and there, but for the most part, we really couldn't have done it without all of your support. I mean, you guys came in there and every single weekend gave us the true respect and love that we asked for, and we gave it back to you guys, and we really were able to build this community called the Ham Fam that really turned into something I can't believe sometimes. I mean, so many of you guys have the Ham tattoos and Ham logos tattooed now. It's just insane. And to think back of all those shows that we put together was just wild, especially at this little venue called the Green Elephant that essentially was a dive bar, and we really couldn't have done it without them to start off either. Especially when things started getting bigger after 2018. We started to use the outdoor stage, brought in massive tents, really started to go crazy, to where the venue started realizing, wow, we're going to start investing in this with you guys. Helped us put together an outdoor stage, slowly started to put a few other kinks together for us. We really started to utilize that outside area a lot. It was incredible. Started throwing shows at other venues as well. Had a few things like the Foundation Room at House of Blues, Southside Music Hall, and a few others. But Green Elephant was always kind of our go-to in our home, mostly because when COVID went and impacted everything, we were only in the game for maybe a year and a half, almost 2 years, and everything got shaken up. So essentially what happened was, trying to think back in detail here, man, this was such a crazy time. And I've never told this story. This is so crazy. So all said and done, COVID hits, and we were all just kind of trying to get by and do what we could to make it work, which at the time was just staying at home. I guess, long story short, the easiest answer is everyone was itching to do something. Dallas was opening up legally in a handful of ways, but no one was really doing anything, especially our home back in the day, which was the Lizard Lounge. And when that really went away, officially closed during COVID, we were all kind of looking around like, what's next? Luckily, the city opened up this policy and concept of about 100 people in outdoor settings. And so we literally went and did an outdoor setting with Green Elephant, figured out ways to put the tents around each other and keep everyone secluded if they wanted to, have the picnic tables, and kind of created the areas to where every weekend you guys came out and supported it and sold that thing out, to where we did a safe backyard show essentially every single weekend. It got to the point where then when COVID did kind of phase out, we were able to open back up more in a larger kind of setting. That's when the venue came back to us and said, wow, if it wasn't for you guys, we really would have had a tough time throughout COVID. What do you guys want? Like, thank you, basically, and what can we do to keep this thing going? Obviously, we were hyped as well, because why wouldn't we want to keep the party going? You guys were loving it, we were loving it. It was a blast. So the easiest answer was we partnered with the Green Elephants and had a great relationship from about 2020 to 2023, where for those 3 years were wild. You guys saw it, you were there. Every year, the Christmas shows that we did were, I can't believe, every Christmas day you guys came in the masses and sold that thing out. The New Year's Eve shows, I mean, holy crap, those were actually wild. Like, I can't even believe some of the stuff that we were seeing at some of these parties that you guys were coming and just having a blast at with us. The insane amount of sound that you guys are putting in. Honestly, that's a huge shout out to Sneddy. Man, our production manager, if it wasn't for him, we would not have been able to have done any of this mind-blowing stuff, from the lasers, the production, the visuals, all of it. I mean, he programmed it, he rigged it, he helped build it, create it. I mean, it's shocking to see what this team has been able to do in the settings that we've had. And then our customers appreciate it the way you guys have. I mean, it just blows me away to where It really is an amazing community, and we can't thank you guys enough for all of what we've built up through all the mayhems, even at Green Elephants, until the very last mayhem. I'm sure there will be another mayhem, but wow, that one was insane. But I gotta give a shout out to both Michael and Angie, Snetty even, and also all the way down the road until Dustin came involved, started to really help out for the bookings and the local kind of residency side of things, and a handful of others. Val, from the door perspective, I mean, you guys, we could not have had a more friendly and welcoming face and person every time you guys came to any of our shows. The Sundown as well in Granada Theater, incredible partnership to where, again, the shows that we were helping put together in these absolutely historic theaters and venues. I mean, Billie Eilish, System of a Down, I mean, huge names have played in this room. And then here we come and just blast it out of the walls, bringing in massive subs, massive lasers, and just going and having the most kick-ass time ever in these amazing venues. And we just can't thank them enough for letting us do that. Thank you guys enough for coming and partying with us, keeping PLURR alive in Dallas, and just absolutely going ham with us every weekend. So, with that being said, what's next? We can't wait to open up Sounders and keep this party going. I feel like I've truly had that was the Beastie Boys song in my mind for the last couple of months, where I've had to truly fight for the right to party and for us to have that right in our own new home. So I can't wait. I mean, it's going to truly change everything for not only just us, but for Dallas as a city. And we are more than excited and thankful for you guys to be a part of this journey. If you have any questions, if you want to know anything else, ask me below. I want to get to you guys more information on how we started, what we did, and anything at all you want to know. Hey, we're here to answer it, we're here to help you, and we're here to make sure that we provide the most kick-ass experiences that you've ever seen in Dallas. So stay tuned. We got a lot more coming your way. We love you. We appreciate you. And see you guys here soon.